Hello to the gamers, we are back. It's a new weekly. I don't know what's going on in the weekly, man. I haven't looked at the pets yet. I gotta wait. We finished last week, I would say, on positive notes. We didn't get as many wins as we would have liked, but we finished with roughly the same elo that we had before, which was good because we started getting shellacked. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the people were like, "Huta! Huta!" I don't know, really, there's lots of ways you could go with that bit, you know? I was going to say, like me saying I love waffles on Twitter and then someone replying, "What, so you hate pancakes?" And then referencing, of course, the tweet. No, that's a whole new sentence. Let me take a look here. Entering glizzy analysis mode. Tightening meta by 7%. Anyway. Ants. Ants and moths are what we're looking for. Lion. Very interesting. Oh, ah! Moth me. Friend that had hurt, give it +1. Oh, it's silk moth me. I don't know if this. It's been so long since we've had a silk moth. Let me be a lazy skater. Like Rodney Mullins loves to skate manual, but some of the skaters these days, they skate automatic. Oh, man. Okay, 2 3s usually go hard. Moths usually go hard. 2 moths probably is not necessary right now. You could try to beat... people are going to take... You know, it doesn't matter. This is a risk-free round. I was thinking, like, if they don't have a moth, they might run a unit with 2 attack up front. Oh, you should have your silk moth. You should have your silk moth right behind your fish. Don't sweat it, man. It's attempt number 1, okay? Don't even worry about it. Let me see who we got here. Eager birds. I'm looking for a great name. Elderly astronauts right now, in my opinion, best name in the whole pack. The man's a genius. There's a trophy for us. Not that it matters at all, but I'm going to have to say hot tentacles, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Elderly astronauts, though, I like that name. End of turn. Deal 1 damage to itself, gain 1 attack. No koalas, though. No koalas. You know what? Lemurs usually go crazy. It's a good toy. What about tier 4s? Elephant tends to be a stud. Looks too tight. I got an idea. We could put elephant at the back so it doesn't kill its own unit, its own friends. But elephant at the front with a silk moth buffing it at least for a turn or something. That seems potentially interesting. We're figuring it out at runtime, you know? We haven't checked the... Oh, crap. We haven't checked r/super auto pets yet to figure out where we stand in the weekly. Never mind. I'm a genius. I'm the smartest gamer in the world. I will take my level. Bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Okay. Sell me. Run me. I'm not that interested in this moth. We'll think about it. I'm not that interested in the silk moth either, honestly. It's interesting. Broccoli works differently. Worm tends to be good in the weekly as well, which is, when I say tends to be good, what I really mean is, oh, you gotta move silk moth, or you gotta dunk that. When I say tends to be good, I mean like in the one other weekly that I played that had ranked active, Worm was surprisingly not detritus, whereas in Arena, my personal opinion right now is that it's kind of detritus-based. Yes, we want silk moth, porcupine, moth. What do we got for scaling this week? Dodo. Betta fish. With no pill, though. No pill? Okay, interesting. Interesting to think about. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about. Holy cow. He is not cracked. I gotta feel like we could probably win that if we just did that, but... Okay, take this. What I was gonna say is an interesting thing about broccoli, and very much unlike broccoli IRL, the more broccoli you get in this game, the more broccoli you want to get. So lots of people running this lemur. No doubt about that. If we saw one, we would be running it as well. me just get an idea of what our opponents are running out here as well. Leveled up fish. Late game popping econ build. Seems like Bird of Paradise makes you think that maybe an econ build is possible. Deer tends to be good. Maybe it's an interesting toy build this week. Both Cobra and Snake tend to be good. Siberian Tiger, also known as White Tiger, opens up a variety of interesting pivots. Llama can be good. I do think that what I learned last week, and maybe it's because last week was experience focused, like the jellyfish, the clownfish, the alpaca, like those were relevant. But I feel like I've underrated the crow. Ranked has taught me something I probably should have learned a long time ago. Oh, no. No, 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 no! Ranked has taught me something I probably should have learned long ago, which is that Super Auto Pets is not about how much money... Start of turn, summon a level 1 mouse. Really? It's not about how efficiently you spend your money. Though, obviously, you want to spend it as efficiently as possible. I think I was of the opinion... This is just a tossed round here. But I'm like, it's not about the money. Meanwhile, bro took a round where he had the dividend from an avocado and paid it forward by buying 2 more avocados. Anyway, I've been guilty of thinking that the crow is like a coward's action. Paying 5 gold for a chocolate, like, oh, that's stupid. Why don't I just wait till real chocolate shows up and then I could spend 7 gold rolling 4 times, and then you get the idea. Okay, so we've thrown by having like no pace here, don't get me wrong. But we got a lot of money. I'd love to see a lot of crows here. I think crows might be important in the meta. I want garlic on you, which can come from a lemur. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Honestly, you're doing nothing and you're doing nothing. So I think we lose nothing by adding an alpaca to the team. Many units on our team are doing nothing, to be fair. This has happened to me before, where I just kind of feel like you're close, but I'm like, I don't have any good units. I'm just endlessly rolling. This is really bad. This is not smart. But the thing is that like there's units that are better than others, but I keep rolling looking for like something that's going to change my life. Well, honestly, we did get you, but we didn't get a crow. We didn't get a second llama. I might have even considered a buffalo. I would have taken a lynx. I would have taken a deer. And I would have probably looked at a gharial as well. So maybe I shouldn't be that upset with myself. Maybe we did have some poor rolls there. But I definitely think we probably spent 20 gold on re-rolling on like this run by itself. So I'm not feeling like particularly smart right now. But maybe if we can get fast alpaca scaling. Actually, llama scaling, but still. Give me foam sword. Sell me. I know we overrode the garlic, but the garlic wasn't doing that much for us anyway. Throw a deer out here. We can't take the lynx and the deer just because of the... Well, you know what? We can do this. I know we just bought the lad, but desperate times do call for desperate measures. A third deer! It means if we live, which we will definitely will, we'll get a level which could give us a tier 6. Is there a tier 6 that could save our lives right now? We're probably going to get Taper Oyster because that just seems to be the way that it goes. Also, we may very well come in last in this game. Anyway. Regardless. We're learning. Video 1... If we're being honest with each other, if we're being honest with ourselves, we're just out here doing our best, man. Video 1, round 1, video 20. God, I would love it if a Bird of Paradise could actually pop. I don't think it can. I mean, I think it can. We just don't have the life to make it happen. But if we did, man, if we did, you should level. Freeze me, freeze me. Roll me. Stingray, 1 tier 5 toy. We're probably definitely going to die. But we're not in last. For your information, we're in second last. And hey, it's turn 9. I have a 3-3 unit that does nothing, a 4-4 unit that summons a bus, a 6-12 unit that does nothing, and a 5-17 unit that I am relying on to win the game. So I think we're going to lose this round, and I think we're going to lose... Interesting. I think we're going to lose 12 ranking points, if not more, and that's okay. A lot of people, I worry about the way that people in Twitch chat in particular live their lives, which I shouldn't because, I was going to say it doesn't affect me, but they take their negativity into my stream, and sometimes that can be tedious. But regardless, oh, we're toasted. Sometimes you'll do a stream of Super Auto Pets. You'll start at 1580 ELO, you'll finish at 1580 ELO, and people say you just wasted 3 hours. I know that the way that we structure our lives, scholastically, professionally, et cetera, leads you to believe that you go to work every day and you leave a little bit closer to achieving a short-term or long-term goal. But if you look at life in the biological sense, waking up one morning and then going to sleep at night with the same status that you woke up with in the morning, that's a dub in the adult world. Because we're just, you ever hear this thing called entropy? We're basically just slowly, our telomeres are unwinding. Every time the cells undergo mitosis, we're losing a little bit more of that kind of like packing tape or the styrofoam peanuts that are preventing as much aging as possible. Be a blue mineral. I didn't say it, but you're probably thinking of cobalt, as I often am. First off, the goal of playing Super Auto Pets, apart from just making a video, now that's a team, is to have fun while you're playing it. If I would rather lose... I don't know why I wouldn't buy a silk moth there. I would rather lose 50 ELO points in a video, but have had a fun time, than gain 50 ELO points, but have been like miserable. Now, it's hard to be miserable if you're winning every lobby. I'd be probably pogging out of my gourd, but I'm just saying other things being equal. I'm devastated as I've gotten older. I really think people without kids be like, people with kids always talk about their kids. And I'm like, people without kids always be talking about how they don't have kids. Am I right, fellow parents? People without kids always be like, oh, we get it. Talk less about your kids, talk more about Oppenheimer. Sorry, you guys just don't catch a lot of flack from society. Maybe from your own family sometimes, but not from society. I had to keep you in your place. Okay, give me something like this. Interesting. It's an interesting idea. And I'm gonna go down the same road we went down before, but this time I got apples to hook you up with. I think having a kid, though, it forces you, well, if you want to be like, I was going to say if you want to be a good parent, but that's not fair, because there's probably good parents who disagree with me. I don't want to structure the argument like a poison pill. You either agree with me or you're a deadbeat dad. That's not really fair. But it's forced me to reprioritize things in my life. Come on! Okay, I mean, you got a good team. I feel like I just fought you, so I shouldn't have to fight you again, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I'm going to sell high. I'm going to buy you to get some garlic. I think I have to sell the fish. And I think I'm also going to sell the ants, because this is a rare opportunity for this right here. Then you buy broccoli first, and then you buy apple. I would roll this turn to try to have a better chance to get the level for the tier 2 units we already have. Okay. That seemed like a great scaling round. Like this porcupine seems like a menace. You got to realize it's Monday here. I spent the whole weekend telling my daughter to hold my hand. while we're walking on the sidewalk. She would hold my hand for like 3 seconds and then like rip her hand away and try to run out into traffic. This is a walk in the park, man. Compared to, oh no, you're also strong. Okay, it turns out we need some attack. Losing in Super Auto Pets, geez, man, we should be so lucky. How about, I mean, we lost this round too, so you're going to go crazy. I want to buy everything, is the problem. I'd love for you to hit level 2, I would. It seems like a waste to not buy the rabbit, but we're kind of getting that same efficacy out of the worm as is. I don't really want 2 apples, though. I think we're content with 1 apple. And if I was just going to say, if we could get a level 2 worm, I'd be pogging up. The only thing I think we could have done is maybe we could have gotten rid of our lemur to fit the rabbit, and you would have scaled HP like crazy. And that might be another viable path. But, I mean, I honestly feel pretty okay about our current squad. It's similar to our last squad, but definitely better. Although we also appear to be going up against some pretty nasty opposition. Either way, we're hanging. I'm going to take my level. It's probably important to get a better worm out there as fast as possible. You guys can now go. You know what we can do here? Give me a falcon. I didn't want the bird yet because I'm enjoying the garlic. Give me a level 1 worm. Freeze my worst apple. And we could, I mean, I like the idea of buffing the porcupine, don't get me wrong, but the falcon, ever since the change in the way the stack works, the falcon is like a much more realistically viable mid to late game unit for your squad. Because if it trades 1 for 1, it also summons a 3/3 afterwards. Now, 3/3 might not be enough to move the needle, but there are times when it is. You got me, kid. Oh, there are times when it is. All right, so far so good. We kind of pulled ourselves back. Okay, we have 3 apples. You basically missed your chance, and that's fine. We're going to buy you, sell you. I'd love to have a level 2 porcupine out there. See what tier 5 you get. 3, 4, 2, 2. I would throw a poodle out there. Unfreeze the worst apple. No more garlic is unfortunate. I don't think you need to go to level 3. I think you need to live longer, though. I'm going to buy better apple. Apple. These are just 2 regular apples. Okay. I would probably say rip to those. Are there pears this week? There aren't really that many scaling foods. You hitting level 2 makes you a much more tempting buff target. And I think that there wasn't that much scaling in general. So honestly, having a poodle on like the first turn that we could possibly get one seems kind of sick. No garlic is annoying though. But how are we doing squad-wise here? We got some people at 5. You're on 3, and no disrespect, but we're going sicko mode on you. Nobody's dead yet, though. 2 better apples. They cost 2 each. Let me think about this. It's a good way to while away the time. It's kind of whack. I'd rather roll. In my opinion. A level at like the appropriate time to be getting a level. And then because we're going to be getting a super level, if the unit is worth taking, the salt is going to give it double damage. Okay. Now, this is right now, I love where we're at. What we would love to see is the poodle hitting level 2. A lion. No, well, you could sell the poodle to run a lion. I was going to say the lion fits the bill right now because I would happily roll this squad plus a lion, minus the poodle, replace it with maybe like a sea lion or something like that, or I guess anything good. It's kind of it's not really fair criticism, but dude, we're looking fine right here. Okay. I love this for me. I definitely think that a lionfish could go crazy. We'll buy, I think I'm going to buy one of these. You're going to get buffed. The salts, you're going to get to 10 anyway. So I'm going to give you this. Oh, yeah, I don't have the money for it. Never mind. I'm just going to buff you. Not all foods cost 2. I will give you the salt next turn, though. I still think you're going to go crazy. 4 damage to one random enemy, and you will repeat 1 time. It's not insanely good right now, but it's pretty good. And we can get it to repeat, and if we get chocolate, you level up, and oh! I wish I was your lover. I'd rock you till the daylight comes. Make sure you were smiling and warm. You know what the hardest note to hit in that song is? It's when Sophie B. Hawkins says, I am everything. Tonight I'll be your mother. I don't know how she... Tonight I'll be your mother. By the way, don't hit me with the Monka S. She wrote the song. Well, she sang it. I don't know if she wrote it. It's one of the strongest laddies I've ever seen, quite frankly. Still a strong laddie. You're a tough one. You're a tough nut to crack, brother. Great song, though. If you haven't listened, especially if you were part of that, like, Kate Bush resurgence, you love running up that hill, you love all that kind of stuff, you got to give Sophie B. Hawkins, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover, and a 2023 reappraisal. You know, some of the songs, you might have formed an opinion on them if you heard them in 1996. Maybe it wasn't what you were looking for. Maybe you were more like, streets like a jungle, so call the police. Maybe you were more like, oh, if I could bend my tongue outward, leave your lungs hurting, tuck in my shirt, and, you know, stuff like that. But as culture changes, as time goes on, as you change, you might find yourself going back a little bit and realizing that it warrants a critical reappraisal for Sophie B. Hawkins' Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. That's my 2 cents, at least. You may disagree. That's your prerogative. Okay, we're in the top half. I love to see that. Level 3 worm. We like to see that. Keep getting buffed. You're going to get a 1/1 buff this turn. I'm almost like, I feel like I'm kind of going to dump the Falcon to run a second Poodle out there, or do we just wait for the Poodle to level? This is oftentimes a problem for me, is figuring out how we're going to get over the hump. We're certainly not getting rid of a worm. I mean, you leveling is so important. You should buy this. We got 3 HP. That's going to be huge. We would love to get another lionfish and a chocolate in our next shop. If we get a crow, we might have to make some difficult decisions. But for the time being, I'm feeling okay. I'm glad we didn't get rid of our Falcon. What the heck does a pancake do, brother? People are running pancakes out here. Give friends 2/2 before start of battle. Holy cow, it turns it into a super scaler. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the snake might be away this week on business, but we're running something a little different. That's very nice. I can't. It has to be organic chocolate. I'm sorry. I have a very sensitive stomach. If the chocolate's not organic, I send it back. Now, so you're doing, on average, you're doing 48 damage to any enemy that you attack. That may change as people pivot the squads, if they can pivot the squads. But that's really good. As you level up and get more snipes out there, it will invalidate lots of equipment, which is going to be a beautiful thing as well. You're a strong lad. We got our own frickin' deer. We take those. Okay. 2 doors. We will have our revenge. You having a 1-up is interesting, but I don't think it's as good as you having salt right now. That may change in the future. Not really necessary. I'm sorry, it's not necessary. As far as I'm concerned, right now we're locked in with the squad. I see no reason to change. I'm scared of Cleggs. Cleggs is out here with a level 3 Poodle running a squad of like mid-game units. I'm going up against them. I mean, this is for all the marbles right here. And the marbles bite back, my man. The marbles bite back. Okay. They're going to outscale me, but we are top 3. This is the only thing that could have realistically changed things for us that quick. Now, I think the last piece of the puzzle here for us doing as best as we possibly can, obviously level 3 lionfish would hit the spot. But also, selling the poodle on lethal to take a second unit that does something useful. That lionfish is going crazy. You just got to make sure it is the right time to do it. So for right now, I'm going to keep buffing you. REO Speedwagon voice. I'm going to keep on buffing you. You now need a 1-up as well. Forget these foods. Some interest in pivoting to like a sniper, like via the Gariel or something like that, or maybe an Orca to get some anti-snipe. I think that it's tough, man. It's a tough decision. Obviously, this round's a bit of a whiff, and I did just invest in a poodle, even though I know I'm going to be selling it at one point. But you got to play the shops you got, brother. You got to play the shops you got. We're so back. We're so back. Change nothing right now. You got the pedal to the metal. Forget you. Buff you. Keep the pressure on. You've already made it to your next trigger, so buff a different unit. Perhaps you, my lord. Why don't you take something that gives you a chance to double your damage, make you a little bit more offensively potent? Now, how would they rework the squad? Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I'm dropping Worm up 1 just in case they move worse units up 1 to get me to not one-tap their Porcupine with the Melon, which is their biggest unit right now. Hey! Now, they may or may not make any difference at all. We didn't break your Melon armor. Are you kidding me? We didn't break your Melon armor with the 17 shots that came out of my lionfish? Okay, now we're in a world of hurt. Because you got to go for something that can save us. This eliminates the... It's such an insane play. This eliminates the Melon armor on the Porcupine. You need this now, without a doubt. No. You don't need a second one. I mean, this is what I have just done. Here's the thing. You can fault me for one or the other. You can fault me for running back the same team and knowing I'm going to lose, or you can fault me for playing a little psycho ball. It hit a different unit! I guess you could fault me for both, in this case. All right, you got me, Cleggs. It's a strong team. No disrespect. I mean, you went nearly flawless there. We got some of our points back. I'll take it. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. Helps the radio. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. See ya!